Hello and welcome to Cadenza. They say that those who fail to remember history are destined to repeat it. That is probably not exclusive to all history and can be proven simply by thinking of the number of times you do the same dopey things over and over again. I do them, dopey things that is, on repeat. I can't possibly be the only one, and if I am, well, silly me. And as an aside, you need to be able to learn to acknowledge your history in order to have a fair shot at getting past it and not making the same dopey mistakes. As painful as it might seem, nothing is accomplished by skirting the history of things, although you can make peace with it. Today's song is inspired by that concept. We collectively seem prone to make the same mistakes over and over again. Maybe not right away, and maybe not at the same hands, minds, and bodies as the original mistake makers, but eventually you can see the shift occurring and we seem helpless to do anything about it. Mistakes are errors in judgment and are decent song fodder because the themes are so relatable. I don't know anyone who hasn't made a few good, glaring, and awful errors somewhere along the line. For some, it's habitual, but then you have to wonder if the mistakes a person boldly makes on the regular are really mistakes or they are just contrary and want to see what happens, like a negative control group in an experiment. Some folks can't seem to help themselves. They can't properly suppress the urge to poke the proverbial bear, even though they know full well what the likely outcome will be. That's probably less like a mistake and more like a kind of anarchy. Mistakes make for decent song material, as do awareness, remorse, repentance, learning, growing, changing, and so on. Anything that relates to personal and interpersonal growth is good land to farm. This tune was developed in 2020, where several of the songs we've looked at have come from, and it was a fruitful period for writing. The part that came first was the sitting alone in the darkness bit at the beginning. I wonder if people sit alone in the darkness. I guess in this day and age there is no reason to do such a thing. We have easy access to so many lights, but darkness plays an interesting role in how people think. It removes many of the distractions and allows you to access more moments of clarity. That is, until someone catches you pondering the greater questions alone in the dark and you have to explain what the heck you're up to. Or you could say nothing and let them figure it out. It's your mind. Feel free to explore it as you see fit. The rest of the song seems to say, it shouldn't be that hard. More and more, our mistakes, errors, missteps, and failures are easily on display for all to see. There are whole channels dedicated to failures. Some are accidents, some are just plain old poor judgment. The thing is, there are whole channels of content that show this stuff, and there is a lot of it. That alone seems to illustrate our inability to embrace good thinking, embrace our previous errors, and work harder to move past those things. It's all good fun until it happens to us. Somewhere along the line, we need to be better. With so much material to study from and refer to, you would think we could do it. I guess you have to really want it, or the dopey part of the brain will just keep driving on its merry way. Let's check out Same Mistakes as Yesterday and see if we learn anything. Oh, I'm sitting alone in the darkness, mumbling phrases from childhood rhymes. I hide away from the sinister prospects. My body aches for a simpler time, watching bridges rise and fall, fortunes changing hands. TV cameras capture all. Until next time, play freely.